Yes, students, we have discussed cost accounting, costing, cost accountancy, objectives of costing, advantages of costing, limitations of costing. All those points we discussed in brief last few days. I think you got a brief idea about all those points, and I think you finished your note contents also. Yes, let's move together. Okay, then only we can do all the works in time. Okay, yes, let's move to next topic. Steps for the installation of cost accounting system. What are the steps for the installation of cost accounting system? Yes, first step is setting up objectives. Second one, studying the existing organization. Third one, designing the structure of this system. Fourth one, determination of cost rates. Fifth one, introducing the system. Sixth one, organizing cost department. Seventh one, establishing relationship with the other department. Okay. Yes, let's discuss each point in detail. Yes, first step, setting up objectives. What you understood about setting up objectives? That is a preliminary step of installation of cost accounting system. First, we have to frame an objective. Then only we can do other things based on that objective. Okay, that is preliminary step, setting up objectives. Then second one, studying the existing organization. Second step, studying the existing organization. We have to study the existing organization or continuing organization um, in detail, and we have to frame a detailed idea about those. Second step is to studying the existing organization. So we have to study existing organization properly. Then only we can fix appropriate or proper cost accounting system. I said before, many cost accounting systems are there: process costing, job costing, marginal costing, etc. there. So if you want to fix a proper cost accounting system, you need to study the organization properly. Then only we can fix appropriate or proper cost accounting system. Okay. So the system involves the study of nature of manufacturing process, factory layout, degree of mechanization, methods of timekeeping, methods of wage payment, purchase procedure, treatment of wastage of material, etc. So you have to study the organization properly. What is the manufacturing activities are taken place, and how many employees are there, and what will be the structure of the organization, and what is the structure of the organization, what is the nature of activities of the organization, what is the product of organization. Everything we need to study. Then only we can fix accurate or appropriate cost accounting system. Yes. Come to third point, designing the structure of cost accounts. Designing the structure of cost accounts. So, the system of costing should be tailored to the manufacturing process. The system should be designed in such a way that there is a gradual build-up of the cost at each stage of production till completion stage. So we have to design the structure of cost accounts. In a manufacturing concern, the production process will be happening in 2 or 3 stages. So that we have to consider and prescribe cost accounts step for each process. So we need to design the structure of cost accounts. Come to fourth step, determination of cost rates. Determination of cost rates. We need to determine cost rates for the same also. So in case of manufacturing concern, many expenses are there. Okay, in case of a production process, many expenses involved. Okay, so we need to analyze each cost in detail, and we need to classify the same into direct and indirect expense, and we need to maintain or treat wastages of production process, and we have to consider administration expense, production expense, selling expense, etc., and pricing of material issue, then absorption of overhead, calculation of overhead absorption, etc. So we need to consider all those points. So determination of cost rates is also important. Fifth one, introducing the system. After the completion of above four steps, that is setting up of objectives, studying the existing organization, designing the structure of the system, determination of cost rates. After the study of all those things, we need to introduce the system. Introducing the system, that is fifth step. Before introducing the system, it is necessary to explain the implications of the system to all concerned and secure their cooperation. Without the cooperation of the working staff, the system cannot function successfully. The system should not be introduced all on a sudden. It should be introduced gradually, only by stages. Okay, while we are discussing about introducing the system, first we have to assure that all the employees are ready to adhere this new cost accounting system. Okay, then one more thing we have to consider, we should not introduce the new cost accounting system fully. We have to introduce such a system by stages, one by one. We have to introduce the same one by one. Okay. Come to sixth step, organizing cost department. So students, it is essential to set up a costing office to look after the costing system. The cost office should preferably be situated adjacent to the factory. So in case of an organization, they need separate cost department. Okay, for the monitoring of cost system, maintenance of cost system, and implication of cost system, and okay, for all things they need a separate department for the administration of costing system. So it is it's better to situate cost office near to the production department or near to the factory. Okay, come to seventh point, establishing relationship with the other department. So cost accounting department is a separate department, but they have to maintain a good relationship with the other departments also, such as purchase department, administration department, back office, sales department, sales promotion department, etc., etc. So many departments are there. So the costing department should be maintain a good relationship with the other departments also. These are the steps for the installation of cost accounting system. Let's discuss first one, job costing. This method is used in those concerned where production is carried out as per specific orders and specifications. Each job is separate and distinct from other jobs and products. This method is popular in enterprises engaged in house building, shipbuilding, machinery production and repairs, printing house, etc. Students, in case of job costing, it is specified for some orders and it has some specifications. Okay, for example, or consider this example, printing house. In case of printing job, each job is separate. Okay, each job is separate, and if the job is completed, if the process is completed, job will over. Okay, and there is this method is used in those concerns where production is carried out as per specific orders and specifications. So the job as per the order. Consider my example, printing house. For example, Islamic Women's College gave one order to flex printing, that flex printing house, that for printing flex. Okay, so if the printing flex job is over, that job will over. No, so it is job costing. So this job as per some specifications and special orders. Clear? Consider another examples: house building, shipbuilding, machinery production and repairs, etc. So those are based on some specific orders and based on some specifications. Clear? Yes. Come to next method, batch costing. This costing is based on the concept of contract costing. Contract costing we will discuss next one. This method is used to determine the cost of a group of identical or similar products. So batch costing is mainly used for the calculation of similar or identical group of products. For example, production of nuts, production of bolts, production of medicines. Okay, so this batch costing specifically for the specifically for a group of identical or similar products. Okay, while we are producing balls, we will produce a batch of products. Okay, so this batch costing is applicable for a group of identical or similar products. Come to third method, contract costing. This costing method is based on the principle of job costing. This costing method is based on the principle of job costing. It is used by house builders and civil contractors. The contract becomes the cost unit for which relevant costs are accumulated. In case of contract costing, it is specifically for house builders and civil contractors. For example, this bridge work, okay, or a building work for the government, etc. or comes under contract costing. And this contract costing based on the principle of job costing. Job costing we discussed already. I think you understood a concept of job costing. And contract costing is also following same principle, but it is used for specifically by builders, civil contractors. I said one more example: bridge work, okay, road work, etc. Okay, we will discuss in detail later. Okay, now I am giving an idea, that's all. Come to next method, departmental costing. When costs are ascertained department by department, the method of costing is called departmental costing. Okay, while we are calculating costing, we should consider department. Okay, if you are following departmental costing, if you are following department wise calculation of cost in our organization, we are following departmental costing. Okay, for example, consider one department, production department. Consider another department, purchase department. Consider another department, administration department. Likewise, we have to consider each department for the calculation of cost. It is departmental costing. Yes, come to next method of costing, process costing. Under this method of costing, the cost of completing each stage of work is ascertained, like cost of making pulp and cost of making paper from pulp. This method is used in those industries where manufacturing is done continuously, like chemicals, oil, gas, paper, etc. So, in case of process costing, we have to ascertain cost of each stage of work. Okay, consider one example. Oil industry. Okay, oil industry, mine. Okay, in case of oil industry or mine, there are different stages of work. Okay, at last we will get petrol, diesel, kerosene, etc. We will separate this product, petrol, diesel, kerosene, etc. Okay, so but in this industry, that work is passing through different stages. Okay, at last we will get the product. There will be product and byproduct also. Okay, consider one more example. I showed one video in the beginning, sugar industry. Okay, in case of sugar industry, sugarcane is the raw material. Okay, then after some process we will get sugar and one more product we will get. Okay, then that industry, that product is also going through different process. At last we will get sugar, no? So we have to calculate cost of each stage of the process. Each stage of the process. If the process is if 3 or 4 process is there, we have to calculate cost of each stage. Okay, we have to calculate cost of each stage. Okay, yes, that is process costing. Then I think all of you clear. We can go to next method. Single or unit costing. Single or unit costing. This method is used where a single item is produced and the final production is composed of homogeneous units. The per unit cost is obtained by dividing the total cost by the total number of units manufactured. In this method, if there will be a single item of production. Okay, single item of production. Consider my first video. Cloth industry is there, no? Okay, at last we will get shirt. Okay, we are using cloth as raw material. Finally we will get shirts and total cost we can calculate from that, and we can calculate cost per unit also. Total cost divided by number of units manufactured. Okay, consider another example, soap manufacturing industry. At last we will get soaps. Okay, so how will we calculate cost per unit? Total cost divided by number of soaps produced. Okay. Likewise, we have to calculate such cost of this type of items. Yes. Come to next one, operating costing. Operating costing is an ascertainment of cost of rendering or operating a service is called service or operating costing. It is used in case of concerns rendering services like transport, cinema, hotels, etc., where there is no identifiable tangible cost unit. Mainly operating costing is following industries like transport industries, cinema industry, hotel industry, etc. Because they are providing services to public and they are rendering services to public. So while we are calculating cost, we have to operating costing is followed. Okay. Yes. Next one, operation costing. Operating costing we discussed already. Next one, operating costing. Operation costing. A manufacturing process may sometimes be subdivided into a number of parts. Each part is known as operation. Consider this example. Production of a steel alumera is divided into operations such as cutting a steel sheet, welding the body, welding compartments, fixing the door and the handle and polishing. In this case, operation costing is applied. Clear? The process is subdivided into number of parts. In accordance to operation costing, the process is subdivided into number of parts. Okay. The process is subdivided into number of parts. I said one example already. In case of production of steel alumera, we have to divide operations into cutting of steel sheet, welding compartments, fixing the door and handle and polishing, etc. Okay, we are dividing each work into parts. Finally, we will get steel alumera. Clear all of you? Operation costing. This type of in this type of works is followed operation costing. Okay, we have to clearly understand operating costing and operation costing, otherwise we will mistake. Next one, multiple costing. This method is used in those industries where the nature of product is complex, such as motor cars, aeroplanes, etc. In such cases, costs are accumulated for different components which make a final product and then summed up to ascertain total cost of product. Yes, I said already multiple costing. Okay. In case of motor cars, aeroplane manufacturing industries, they are following multiple costing. Okay. In such industries, they need to calculate cost in each work, and finally we will get one product and we have to sum up all those costs. Okay. So the process of such products will be complex. I said one operation costing also. No, you may be confused operation costing and multiple costing. In case of simple items and the work is subdivided into parts, we can follow operation costing. I said one example, preparation of almara, steel almara. Likewise, we can prepare. Okay, likewise, the preparation of simple items we can follow operation costing. But in case of the manufacture of motor cars, bus, aeroplanes, etc., it's a complex one. No, okay, it's a complex one. many work are there, and each work will be carried out by the employees, and we need to calculate cost of each work. Finally, we will sum up the cost and we will get one final product also. Yes, that is multiple costing. In such industries, following multiple costing. Yes, clear. Last method, farm costing. This method is applied to ascertain the cost of agricultural products. Agriculture is an industry. Its cost is composed of material, labor, and other direct and indirect expenses. Farm costing. In case of farm costing, they are following agricultural production cost will calculate in accordance with the farm costing. Okay. Yes. Agricultural industries are following farm costing. Yes, students, I think all of you clear methods of costing. We will go through these methods of costing in detail in coming lessons. Okay, yes. Next, we can move to types or techniques of costing. Types or techniques of costing. What are the types or techniques of costing? There are 7 types of costing. First one, absorption costing. Second one, marginal costing. Third one, direct costing. Fourth one, differential costing. Fifth one, uniform costing. Sixth one, historical costing. Seventh one, standard costing. Yes. Yes, let's discuss all types of costing. Yes, let's discuss first one, absorption costing. Yes, it is the process of charging all cost, both variable and fixed, to products, services, jobs or processes. It is also called full costing. It is also called full costing. What is absorption costing? Under this costing, we have to consider fixed cost and variable cost for the calculation of total cost. Okay. While we are calculating total cost, we have to consider fixed cost and variable cost irrespective of costing method followed. Okay, irrespective of costing method followed. Okay. Yes. We will discuss variable cost and fixed cost later. Okay. Yes. Come to second one, marginal costing. It is the process of charging only variable cost to products, operations and processes. It is also known as variable costing. Marginal costing is also known as variable costing. While we are calculating cost of product, operation or processes, we have to consider variable cost alone. We have to consider variable cost alone. That is the keyword, variable cost. Okay. I said in case of absorption, we have to consider fixed cost and variable cost. That is the keyword, fixed cost and variable cost. Here, variable cost alone considered. Yes. Come to third one, direct costing. It is the process of charging all direct cost, all variable cost and some fixed cost. It is the process of charging all direct cost, that is all variable cost and some fixed cost, to products, services, jobs, etc. The indirect costs are excluded and written off against the profit of the period in which they arise. Yes, say, listen children. The meaning of that type of costing is specifically mentioned in that heading itself. Okay, that is direct costing. In case of calculation of cost, we have to consider direct cost involved for the production or process or job, etc. That's all. Okay, yes. That means all variable cost should be considered and some fixed cost alone should be considered. Clear all of you? All variable cost and some fixed cost. That is a keyword. Clear? Yes. Come to fourth one. Differential costing. Differential costing. It is the technique of comparing cost of two alternatives for the purpose of deciding which alternative is the best. So in case of differential costing, we have to compare two costing methods and we have to consider reach the point which one is better. That is okay. That is differential costing. It is the technique of comparing cost of two alternative for the purpose of deciding which alternative is the best. That is differential costing. Yes, come to fifth one, uniform costing. It is the use of same costing principles, practices and methods by several undertakings for a common control or comparison of cost. So, in case of uniform costing, we have to follow methods, techniques, same methods, techniques, rules, regulations, etc. for the calculation of cost. That is uniform costing. Yes, all of you clear? Yes. Come to next one, next type, historical costing. Historical cost means we have to calculate cost after the cost is incurred. That is historical cost. Yes, historical costing based on some data available or based on some cost details available. Okay. Then we have to calculate cost based on some data or details. So this costing should be done after the cost is incurred. Costing calculation should be done after the cost is incurred. That is historical costing. Yes, next one, standard costing. Standard costing is a system of comparing actual cost with the standard cost, analyzing variances and taking remedial action if necessary. Yes, in accordance to standard costing, organization has to compare actual cost with the standard cost. Okay, or actual cost with the standard cost or assumed cost, then analyzing variances and taking remedial action. Yes, in case of organization, we have to estimate cost at the beginning of the year itself. In the beginning of the year itself. I will repeat. In case of each and every organization, they needs to calculate estimated cost in the beginning of the financial year itself. Then the actual cost will be the finally at the end of the financial year. Organization has to compare actual cost and estimated cost. Okay, if there is any variances, they can take remedial measures or necessary actions. Okay. Yes, I think all of you clear all methods of costing, all techniques of costing or types of costing. Yes. Yes, next we can discuss about practical difficulties in installing cost accounting system in our organizations. Okay. There are many practical difficulties for establishing good costing system in our establishment or organization. Can you tell me one or two points? Yes, I know many points in your mind. Yes, I will say points one by one. Okay. For one of the point is lack of support from the management. Okay. If the lack of support from the management, if the management is not supporting for the installation of new costing system in our organization, it will be difficulty to implement. Okay, it will be difficulty to implement by the employees. Okay. So, support from the management is an important thing. Okay, otherwise we can't. Otherwise we can't do anything. Okay. Yes. Second point: resistance from the existing accounting staff. Okay. If the management is ready to implement good cost accounting system or new cost accounting system in our organization, the existing accounting staff should adhere that. Okay, they are responsible for implementing that new accounting or new costing system. Okay, if the resistance arises from the accounting staff, management can't do anything. Okay, so second point is resistance arises from the part of accounting staff, existing accounting staff. Okay, come to third point, resistance from the employees at a lower level. Okay, if the employees at the lower level is not ready to follow new cost accounting system, management can't implement the same properly. Okay, yes, it's very difficult to implement cost accounting system. Okay, that is third point, resistance from the employees at a lower level. Yes, come to next point, shortage of qualified and trained staff. If the organization is facing shortage of trained staff or qualified staff, it is difficult to implement new cost accounting system or good cost accounting system in our organization. Okay, so management needs to give proper training to the existing employees, or management needs to appoint good or competent or talented employees, etc. So that is another point, shortage of qualified and trained staff. Then come to fifth point, heavy expenditure. Sometimes management will face heavy expenditure for the implementation of good cost accounting system or new cost accounting system in our organization. Okay. So, due to the fund problem, management can't implement new cost accounting system or good cost accounting system. That is another practical difficulty, that is heavy expenditure. Okay. Then come to sixth point, lack of cost consciousness among the production personnel. See, in case of manufacturing industries, the costing has to be done in case of production department. If the production department employees is having no any idea about the production cost or control of cost or cost reduction, etc., it's difficult to implement cost accounting system. Okay, so these are the practical difficulties facing by the organization for implementing new cost accounting system or different cost accounting system or good cost accounting system. I think all of you clear, all of you got the points. Yes, students, I gave you note contents. I enclosing note contents also here. You can download the same and write your note contents, and you can write note contents from this slides itself, and you have to complete your notes in time. Okay, and learn each and every points. And if you have any doubt, or if you are facing any difficulties to follow me, you can freely okay, you can freely tell the same. Okay. Yes. Yes, we will see in next class. Thank you.